Another Death Row production. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Tyson, the next heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody else for.
Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome all back. It's the Empire. I'm your host Risky. Happy Friday to all. It is June 5th. Looking back at yesterday, man, the Braves ruined what could have been a good day. Also the Brewers too. I didn't expect them to let up the Giants to put up 12 runs on them, but look, got this video coming out to you guys super late here today. Got caught up last night. We're gonna run through these videos, get to these picks. You guys already know the rules. It's on to the next one. We got a full slate of baseball here on tap today. Guys, Outlier Sportsbook, the link is down in the description. Sign up with them. The first week is free. Also, at the end of the video, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. Alright, first game up, we got the Giants in Chicago taking on the Cubs. We got the left-handed pitcher Robbie Ray on the mound for the Giants. We got Cabrera on the mound for the Cubs. Alright, getting into this one here, we got the Cubs taking on the Giants today. Both of these teams have been playing very mediocre of late. Offensively, the Giants have been playing very well. It's been their pitching that's been the problem. Like you see down here, they've been playing in a lot of games that have been going over the game total up to this point. Today, they got the left-handed pitcher Robbie Ray on the mound. He's looked decent this season, 4.45 ERA. Had 2 blow-up starts. That's what's really driving up his numbers. Other than that, he's really been solid this season. Overall, looking at the matchup here today for Robbie Ray, he's going to be playing a Cubs lineup that was absolutely terrible in the month of May. In over 30 games played, they were batting 198 versus left-handed pitching, slugging 278. Robbie Ray's a contact pitcher. He pitches for a lot of pop flyouts. Kind of similar to Imanaga in yesterday's game, another left-handed pitcher who relies on a lot of pop flyouts, throwing that fastball over 45% of the time. The big benefit to Robbie Ray, though, he's going to be seeing a lineup that's predominantly left-handed bats, especially their best bats. But you still got Suzuki and Bregman, 2 really good righties in this lineup. I can see Robbie Ray going 6 innings, giving up 2 to 3 runs here today, turning it over to this Giants bullpen, and we were talking about it in yesterday's game. Continues to play very terrible here in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. They're very taxed coming into it. I see the arms available for the Giants coming out the pen, giving up a few runs here today. On the other side, we got Cabrera back on the mound for the Cubs. He's looked decent this season, 4 ERA. He hasn't pitched in, I want to say, 2 weeks, since May 20th was the last time he had a start. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Giants lineup that is red hot against right-handed pitching. We saw them in yesterday's game, put up 12 runs. They're batting 284 in their last 30 games versus right-handed pitching, slugging 488, the best in the majors. The power was not there the first month. All of a sudden, these guys are crushing the ball right now. We got Cabrera, another ground ball pitcher. Over here, another guy that pitches for a lot of contact. His 2 primaries is that changeup curveball. Well, it's a three primaries, I should really say. It's the changeup curveball sinker combo. Every once in a while mixes in his fastball and slider. Here today, there was one guy I really matched in against Cabrera. I could see having a good game. That's Rafael Devers. Other than that, I can see this Giants lineup continuing to be very good offensively. I'm expecting Cabrera to go 5 innings here today, give up 3 runs. Turning it over to a Cubs bullpen that is rested coming into it. We talk about it all the time. That's probably been the one best spot for the Cubs in this recent 3.5 week stretch where they've been absolutely terrible. Getting into this now. Looking at the weather here today, Chicago, it's a 2 o'clock start game. They're projecting rain throughout the whole day in Chicago. They're also projecting wind to be blowing from the outfield in here today. Let's get to the picks. The Cubs are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 11.5. I do like the under 11.5 total runs for the player prop. I'm taking Alex Bregman of the Cubs for 2 total bases today. Up next, we got the White Sox in Philadelphia taking on the Phillies. 2 left-handed starting pitchers in this one. We got K on the mound for the White Sox. We got Luzardo on the mound for the Phillies. Alright, getting into this one here, we got the White Sox in Philadelphia. Both of these 2 teams have been playing some good baseball of late. They're both 7-3 in their last 10 games played. When we look down here, though, they've both been playing in some very low-scoring games of late as well. Today on the mound for the White Sox, we got the left-handed pitcher K, comes into it with a 3.77 ERA. The last time he gave up more than 2 runs was April 27th. He's looked absolutely amazing in the month of May. One thing I do could be a bit concerning about him. He usually doesn't go past the 5th inning, so you do get to this White Sox bullpen a bit early when he's ever on the mound. Today for K, he's going to be seeing a Phillies lineup that continues to struggle to hit the ball of late. They're batting .211 on the season versus left-handed pitching, but in the last 30 days, they have started to hit left-handed pitching. They're actually starting to hit lefties much better than they hit righties. They're batting .245 versus lefties, slugging .440 in the last 30 days against left-handed pitching. Looking at the matchup for K, a guy that relies on a lot of pop fly outs, as well as some ground outs, but predominantly he's a pop fly pitcher. Looking at the matchup, his two primaries is that slider fastball combo, mixing in the cutter and the sinker for the ground outs. In this game here today, there's a few Phillies that match up well against them. The two main guys I focused in on, Trey Turner, Realmuto, I can see one of them coming out having a really good game off of K here today. My expectations for K, he goes 5 innings, pitches 2 runs, turns it over to a White Sox bullpen that's been playing decent of late, but they're slightly taxed coming into it. I don't like the arms that's going to be available for the White Sox here today. I'm expecting them to come out the pen, give up another 2 runs as well. On the other side, we got Luzardo on the mound. We talk about it anytime this guy pitches. Probably one of the most volatile pitchers you'll see in the majors. He'll have a game where he gives up 8 runs, then have 2 straight games where he gives up 1 run, then nothing. Then he has a decent start, then give up 5 again. Extremely volatile pitcher, even going back to last season. Right now, his expected ERA is only sitting at 4.40, so it's not off the pace he's sitting at right now, which is at 4.30. In this game here today for Luzardo, he's going to be seeing a White Sox lineup that has been killing left-handed pitching. They're batting .256 versus lefties, slugging .462. Now, one thing we got to pay attention to, we always say this when Luzardo's on the mound, he's at his best when he's able to work the strikeouts. Today, he's going to be facing a White Sox lineup that does strike out the 6th most in Major League Baseball. That's really going to benefit Luzardo. Another thing I'm paying attention to here is the White Sox offensive numbers on the road this season. They take a huge drop from when they're at home on the road versus on the road. This is an offense that is much better in their home games. The overall matchup though, right now, this guy Vargas has been crushing the ball. He's been amazing this season, killing left-handed pitching. He actually matches up very well against Luzardo. I can see him having a good game off of Luzardo here today. Looking down at the weather here today, it's going to be one of the best offensive games on the schedule. Ballpark Pal has this rated as the 3rd best offensive game. 90 degrees throughout, wind blowing, but just 7 to 8 miles per hour, side to side really. Let's get to the picks. The Phillies are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I like them on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I really like the over 8.5 total runs here today. For the player prop, I'm taking Trey Turner of the Phillies to hit a home run. Next up, we got the Mariners in Detroit taking on the Tigers. We got Brian Wu on the mound for the Mariners. We got the left-handed pitcher Valdez on the mound for Detroit. Alright, getting into this one here, we got the Mariners in Detroit. The Mariners have been playing amazing baseball of late. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games played. The Tigers on the other side, they're 500 in their last 10. This was a very intriguing matchup. There was a lot of variables. To be completely honest with you, the decision in this game was like a very thin margin. Like I said, a lot of variables pulling me in different directions in this game. For one, we got Brian Wu on the mound, 3.44 ERA. This guy continues to be a very good starting pitcher in the major leagues. The one thing I got to pay attention to, though, his road numbers, really bad. He has terrible road splits, pitches much better in that pitcher-friendly ballpark in Seattle this season. He has a road ERA of 4.15. Look at all his road starts. He gets given up at least 2 runs in all his road starts this season. Gave up 7 in St. Louis early in May. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Detroit Tigers lineup. This is another one of the variables in this game. 215 versus right-handed pitching, slugging 340. But we just saw the last series they played in Tampa Bay where they got their best batter back and Kerry Carpenter. They were absolutely crazy offensively in that series, putting up 5 or more runs in 3 straight days. Here today for Brian Wu, he's a fastball pitcher 50% of the time. His 2 other pitches, that slider and the sinker. I can see Brian Wu struggling with this Detroit lineup here today. For one, there's a bunch of guys that match up well against his pitch mix. 2 guys I focused in on, Carpenter, Green, as well as Tolkerson. They all match up well against him. Then you got the young guy Dingler right now crushing right-handed pitching. I can see Brian Wu coming out here today, going 5 to 6 innings. That's another thing with Bryan Woo. He's very similar to Freddie Peralta in the sense of he's a fastball pitcher, really doesn't go past the 6th inning nowadays. I'm expecting him to at least go 5 innings today, where he gives up 3 runs against this Detroit Tigers lineup, turning it over to a Mariners bullpen that was really good in the month of May, but they started to show some regression of late. They do have some decent arms coming out the pen here today, so I could see them coming in this game, still giving up a run, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got Valdez on the mound. Very streaky pitcher this season. He'll have some really good starts and then some very bad starts as well. His last outing, pitched into the 7th inning, gave up 4 runs to the White Sox. Here today, he's going to be playing a Mariners lineup, batting 211 versus left-handed pitching, slugging 330. But when you do the overall matchup, there is a few guys crushing lefties right now. Arozarena, Julio Rodriguez. You also got Riley that's been hitting the ball well versus lefties. My expectations for Valdez, who is a ground ball pitcher, throws the sinker primarily. I'm expecting him to have a decent day here today, a good game. For one, another thing, Valdez has actually been decent in his home starts this year. This Tigers team overall has been really good in their home games this season. Looking at the Tigers bullpen, so my expectations for Valdez, he goes 6 innings, gives up 2 runs. I like the Tigers bullpen here. They're extremely rested. They've been playing well of late. I see them coming in, shutting the door on the Mariners bats. Looking at the weather out there in Detroit today, it's going to be 70 degrees, but we're going to have 17 to 18 mile per hour winds blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. Mariners are the betting odds favorites in this game here today, and I like the home dogs in this spot. Give me the Detroit Tigers on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I like that under 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Carpenter of the Tigers for 2 total bases today. Up next, we got the Red Sox in New York taking on the Yankees. Sonny Gray on the mound for the Red Sox. We got Ryan Weathers on the mound for the Yankees. Alrighty, getting into this one here, we got the Red Sox and the Yankees. Both of them played yesterday, so there's nobody at a disadvantage here. The Red Sox lost. They let up the Orioles, put up a bunch of runs on them. Yankees avoid getting swept in yesterday's game by the Guardians. Today, they're going to be seeing the right-handed pitcher Sonny Gray on the mound for the Red Sox. This guy's been really good this year. 3.06 ERA. The expected ERA is at 3.50. So they're actually expecting him to continue this pace of pitching. He's looked, like I said, really good in his last 10 starts. You look here. In the month of May, he was excellent. Only had 1 start where he gave up more than 2 runs. Other than that, it was 1 run or less in all of his outings. He's only had 1 bad start this season in Minnesota against the Twins. Now, that is something we got to pay attention to here. Even dating back to last season, Sonny Gray was somebody that would struggle in his road starts. As a matter of fact, last season, he saw this Yankees lineup. In that game, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs. Now, granted, still no Aaron Judge in this Yankees lineup here today, but that really, well, it's going to be a problem, it's Aaron Judge, but he's a right-handed bat. Sonny Gray has very good splits versus righties. It's the lefties that he struggles with this season. But overall, for Sonny Gray, he's going to be seeing a Yankees lineup that is not hitting right-handed pitching. In their last 30 days, they're batting .213 versus righties, slugging .359. Sonny Gray's a ground ball pitcher, pitches for a lot of contact. It's the cutter curveball combo, and then he can try to work the strikeouts with that fastball slider, as well as the sinker as well, helping his ground ball numbers. There was one guy that really matched up well against him here today. Ben Rice, high slugging percentage versus right-handed pitching. The hard hit rate for Sonny Gray versus left-handed bats is at 38%. That is a bit worrisome in this small ballpark here today. Overall, I'm expecting Sonny Gray to have a decent outing where he goes 6 innings, gives up 2 runs, turning it over to a Red Sox bullpen that's been playing very well of late, but they are taxed coming into it, especially after yesterday's game. So I can see the arms coming out the pin here today, giving up a run, but nothing too crazy. On the other side, we got the left-handed pitcher Ryan Weathers. He's becoming a bit volatile as well, just like we was talking about Luzardo. Some very good starts, but then he'll come out with a blow-up start. 3 times he's given up 5 runs in the last month and a half. Here today, he's going to be seeing a Red Sox lineup killing left-handed pitching. 269 versus lefties, slugging 383. Now, granted, they came out in yesterday's game and poo-pooed the bed versus Trevor Rogers. Rogers has been terrible all season, and the Red Sox did nothing with him yesterday. They made him look like vintage Rogers from last year. Ryan Weathers, a strikeout pitcher, a guy that's averaging 9.5 Ks per 10 innings. This Red Sox lineup does not strike out a lot, so that's going to be a huge disadvantage for Ryan Weathers. He's going to have to rely on a lot of ground outs, a lot of pop fly outs. Like I said, this team is batting .269. They make very good contact, solid contact hitting team. Looking at the Yankees bullpen continues to play mediocre. Yesterday might have been the best bullpen day we've seen from the Yankees like 2 weeks. I'm expecting the Yankees arms to come out the pen once again, give up a few runs. Looking at the weather here today in Yankee Stadium, close to 90 degrees throughout, 5 to 6 mile per hour winds blowing out, nothing too crazy. Let's get to the picks here. The Yankees are the betting odd favorites in this game, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Boston Red Sox on the money line. The game total set at 8. I do like the over 8 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Abreu with the Red Sox for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates in Atlanta taking on the Braves. Mitch Keller on the mount for the Pirates. Martin Perez on the mount for the Braves. Alright, getting into this one here, we got the Pirates and Braves starting up a series. The Pirates continue to play some very good baseball of late. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games played. In those last 10, 8 of them have gone over the game total. They've been playing some very good baseball, especially offensively. Today they got Mitch Keller on the mount. This guy came into the month of May with his ERA sitting at 3.20. Currently his ERA is at 4.35. It is shot up a whole point in 20. In the month of May, he was terrible. Gave us 6 runs to the Rockies, 4 runs to the Cardinals, 7 runs to the Twins in his last outing. But that 4.35 ERA where it's currently sitting, his expected ERA still at 3.70. So the statisticians are not expecting him to continue this terrible pace of pitching. They're expecting him to settle back down. Will he settle down here today against the Braves? I do not expect that. The Braves are still batting .245 versus right-handed pitching, slugging .390. Mitch Keller is another pop fly ground ball pitcher, pitches for a lot of contact. That's not going to work out well for him here today against this Braves lineup. I'm expecting 2 guys to really have good games here today. That's Michael Harris and Matt Olson, the 2 lefties. Mitch Keller's been struggling with lefties all season. I'm expecting Mitch Keller to go 5 innings, give up 3 runs here today. Turning it over to a Pirates bullpen, there's a reason they've also been playing in a lot of games gone over the total of late. It has a lot to do with this Pirates bullpen. They've been playing terrible of late. ERA in the last 8 games sitting at 5.40. I'm expecting them to come in this game here today, give up a few as well. On the other side, we got the left-handed pitcher Perez. This guy, we talk about it all the time when he starts. He's been a valuable weapon for the Braves. He comes out the pen, starts on the mount for them some days. Very valuable wherever they put him. In the month of May, he looks solid. He had that 1 bad outing against the Marlins where he gave up 4 runs. Other than that, 2 runs or less in all of his starts, going past the 5th inning in all of his outings. Here today for Perez, he's going to be seeing a Pirates lineup that started to hit left-handed pitching very well of late. They're batting .261 versus lefties. Granted, the power numbers have really dropped versus left-handed pitching. For one, the power bats in this Pirates lineup is all left-handed bats. The 2 guys that do hit the ball very well off of lefties, Horwitz and Reynolds, I can see one of them having a good game. Mainly Horwitz. He matches up very well against Perez. Looking at this Braves bullpen, we talked about it in yesterday's game. They were in a terrible spot. I didn't like the arms available for the Braves here today. I do like the arms coming out the pen for the Braves. I can see them coming in, shutting the door on this Pirates lineup. Looking at the weather, it's going to be 80 degrees throughout. 2 to 3 mile per hour winds blowing out to the outfield, but that's really not going to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Braves are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 8. I do like the under 8 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Matt Olson of the Braves to hit a home run today. Alrighty guys, you know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to cut this video short. I did all my research last night. I just got caught up with some nonsense going on right now. I'm gonna post all the other plays in the pinned comments for every other game. Let's get to our bets right now. Let's get to these bets. Our 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. Our first bet will be our ladder play, a $10 bet on the Washington Nationals on the money line. We're getting them at plus 118 right now. This is our ladder play of the day. Up next, guys, we have a 2-leg home run parlay we're playing here today. We're going to start it off with Matt Olson of the Atlanta Braves, and we wrap up the parlay with Jordan Walker of the St. Louis Cardinals, a 2-leg home run parlay. Next up, we have a 3-leg parlay we're playing here today. All money line picks. We're starting it off with the Cleveland Guardians on the money line. We're then going to play the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line, and we wrap up the parlay with the Los Angeles Dodgers on the money line. And our final bet of the day will be another 3-leg parlay where we started off with the Seattle Mariners, Detroit Tigers, game total to go under 7.5 total runs. We're then going to play the Braves money line, and we wrap up the parlay with the Houston Astros on the money line. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to you all. It's Friday, we made it. Look, I'm home today. If you guys want me to research anything to you, want me to look anything up for you, just hit me. I'll do it for you guys, no problem. You guys know I appreciate you all. I respect you all. Hope we all win some money here today, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one.